Hey guys, today we are talking about lesson 10.3, parallel lines and perpendicular lines. Again, just like I've said the last few times, I love having this vocabulary right there and easily accessible for you. The three things we're going to be crossing today, we're going to have intersecting lines, parallel lines, and perpendicular lines, These are, again, you've done this on IXL, so this should not be too different from something you've already seen. Intersecting lines that really simple here, and they intersect in one spot, okay, only once. They form four angles. Intersecting lines can be perpendicular. They are perpendicular lines are intersecting lines. But intersecting lines aren't always perpendicular lines. They just have to intersect in one spot and create four angles. Okay? Parallel lines will never, under any circumstances, touch. They are always going to be going in the exact same direction and stay the exact same distance apart forever and ever. And if you look over there where it says write it, and you see those two straight vertical lines in between DE and FG, that is the symbol for parallel. There's not a symbol for intersecting. But then when we look down there at perpendicular, perpendicular lines are lines that intersect in one spot. But they create four right angles every time. And then if you look over there where it says write it, you see LM and NO, and you see that kind of looks like an upside down T. That is the symbol for perpendicular. It's really important that you see and understand what those symbols mean, so you know what your homework's going to be asking here in just a moment. Now we've got that down. I'm going to have you go ahead and flip over to page 563. Okay, so here for on page 563 for number 4, it says to name a pair of lines that are perpendicular. What I'm looking for here is a right angle. Okay, I'm not just simply looking for two lines that intersect, but I'm looking for two that are perpendicular. And I feel safe to call it a line, not a ray or a segment, because all of them have an arrow on both ends. Okay, so I see a right angle between FJ and GH. So I'm going to write that right there. I'm going to write GH. Okay, perpendicular. I'm going to draw my upside down T symbol. Is perpendicular to FJ. Now, I guess I need to put my line symbol above those. Okay, now for both of those, you could have written HG or JF. You could have put in JF is perpendicular to HG. Whichever way you want to do that, just so long as it represents the 2 points that are listed for those lines so that you can label them. All right, and then number 5 asks us to name a pair of lines that appear to be parallel. Okay, there's no way to truly know unless they're marked, but the two that appear to be parallel, remember, parallel means they will not ever touch. So I see that DC and FJ don't look like they will ever touch. So I'm going to use those. So I'm going to do line DC parallel to FJ. And there you have it. All right, so then number 6 and, I guess all these 6 through 11 here are going to give you an opportunity to label and draw what it's describing there. Notice above the RS and above the TU, there is a line, but it does not have arrows, which means we're dealing with a segment. Okay, so your R and your S and your T and your U should have points at the end on both ends of them instead of arrows. So it should look something similar to this. R S and T U. Now you could have done that horizontally, diagonally, however you want to represent that. Those two segments, will never touch. Okay. Now if you look at number 7, we've got KL and KM. And KL and KM both look like they're rays. They both look like they've got an ending point on one side and an arrow on the other side. All right, however, number 7 is terribly not specific. KL and KM, we're going to go ahead and skip that one. I just wanted you to be able to see that line segment above the KL and the KM. Let's look over here at number 8, and I see my perpendicular symbol in between CD and DE. Okay, so I'm simply going to just, okay, now CD and DE, those all have points at the end of them because they are segments, not rays or lines. Okay, there's no arrows. So I have CD and DE. Actually, I probably should have drawn that a little differently because the D is going to represent the same spot. Okay, right there. Sorry. So we've got C, D, and E there. You will not see the same letter in more than one spot when we are labeling these kinds of things. All right, then number 9, we have JK and LM, which means, and then we have our perpendicular symbol right there, so which means we've got those two like that. We've got arrows on the ends, which means we need to put arrows on the ends of each of these. However, we still need to put our points on the inside of those arrows. Okay, we've got JK and LM. Number 10 is very specific. We've got ST intersecting UV at point X. So you can go ahead. This does not have to create right angles, but it can. But I'm going to just go ahead and do this little number here. I see that they are lines because there's arrows on both ends of them. And put my points out there. Got ST UV intersecting at point X. So this intersection spot is just going to be labeled X. That's all it means. Then we've got AB and FG being parallel to each other. And they've both got arrows on the ends of them. I guess I'm going to erase that. I'm going to do it a different direction than my last one. I'm going to still do my points, just going to do them on the inside. Label them A, B, and F, G. And there you have it. Let me know if you have any questions. When you do your homework, you are going to have to do numbers 2 through 7. So, again, let me know if you have any questions. Have a good day.